Hi, Tech Knitter here with a double knit sampler, like a gauge swatch kind of thing. So this is double knitting. You can see that it's pretty much the same on both sides. And it's very stretchy, like all double knitting. And how this was started was I cast on the white fabric and worked 11 rows to here. Then I picked up the stitches in green through the white, did a purl row, and worked 11 rows to here. And that is all explained as the default cast on, and there is a link to that in the blog post which accompanies this video. Then on this row here, I did what's called a lock row. And so I worked a white stitch, then a white stitch on the front, and a white stitch here, and then a green stitch here, and a green stitch here, and a white stitch here, and a white stitch here. And in this way, I locked these two fabrics together so that they made horizontal baffles. So, and that's what I did on this row, and this row. Then here, I worked a triple row of these lock stitches. So it went green, white, then white, green, and then again green, white. And of course, this alternates on the other side, as you see. So this is one kind of lock row, this is another kind, and this is a third kind called a continuous or a ping pong lock row. And the reason it's called a ping pong lock row is shown in the blog because the yarn ping pongs from side to side. So it's the same color on both sides and it's one continuous line. Now you'll notice two things here. First is that I've stuffed some of these baffles, and what they're stuffed with is this this kind of chenille yarn. It's a jumbo chenille. It's called Big Blanket. It's made by Bernat, and how you stuff it is you simply insert a hook, in this case an Afghan hook, into the baffle and pull through. And you want to pull through and then kind of flatten this out and make sure it's not twisted inside. And as for the length, you want to fit the fabric to the stuffing and the stuffing to the fabric. So you don't want the stuffing to really hang out, but you also don't want it to be short inside. So they have to you have to mess with that. Then what I did here is I was experimenting with letters and numbers of different widths. So these are 4, that's a 5. Then these are all 3 wide. And I was just messing around to see for a future baby blanket how I could put the child's name and year on there. And this is done in ordinary stranded knitting. On the 11 white rows which made up this stripe, I simply got some darker green and did this sort of stranded knitting in here. It's not double knitting. As you see, the corresponding stripe on the other side is blank. So that's the 3 kinds of lock rows. The single lock row, a triple lock row, of course you could do a double, and this is the continuous or ping pong lock row, and these are horizontal baffles and they're stuffed. Now what we're going to do with the sides will be the subject of a future post, but we'll get there when we get there. And for right now, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you back at the blog.